Hello, spiritual warrior. This is V. Have you ever felt cursed? Do you feel that something energetic is negatively impacting you? Some of you may know my story. You may know that I survived something called Ramkoa. If you're not familiar with the term, this means essentially repetitive ritualistic abuse. And I survived this at a very young age. So yes, I know what it's like to feel cursed. Yes, I know what it's like to feel like negative programming is limiting me, a trauma wound that became like my own personal internal trauma cage, keeping me from going beyond a certain point of growth, okay? Causing me to feel like I just had to dissociate and cope with life, that I couldn't fully live, okay? And the answer for me was working with a negative polarity practice. There's different kinds. The one that I answered the call to take is called the Qliphoth, okay? But when we work with these negative polarity practices, what these can do is accelerate the healing, because it runs energy in and down into our body, into our heart, into our feelings. So if you're willing to take that commitment to make that journey, now you do have to be willing to do the trauma processing, work with things like sobriety, work with self-love, work with the emotional processing, shadow work, all that kind of thing. But if you are in enough pain and you're willing to take that commitment, you can accelerate this like I have. You can go from that stuck, suffering, disassociated, painful place, not living your fullest potential, okay, to making that 180 and going across that line and making that journey to being free, joyful, going to that class you've been wanting to take, learning that skill you've been wanting to learn, getting your website up, starting your YouTube channel. Ask that person out that you've been wanting to ask out, and go out with them and just feel like you can be yourself. You don't have to wear a mask. Just enjoy life. Live with more and more passion and empowerment. We are spiritual warriors. You shouldn't have to live with a trauma burden keeping you from accelerating your journey and creating what you're here to create, serving the people you're here to serve. Okay, if this is intriguing to you, please consider investing your time into my 4-part webinar called How to Stop Being Negatively Impacted by Energies. Okay, I created this recently for you, spiritual warrior. Go ahead and go to Instagram. If you're not on there already, find me, Temple of Becoming. DM me on there, and I will personally send you the link to this 4-piece webinar online that I created for you so that you can level up and go to your next level of evolution. Thank you so much for joining me. Peace.